Ciao amici, sono Danielle. It's Danielle with Learn Italian for Travel. Today's lesson is going to be on subject pronouns and a few of the conjugations of some regular verbs. It's pretty exciting because it's really going to open your world, your Italian speaking world, so that you can say a lot more. Because the verbs are so important in the sentence. It's the action, it's the things that are happening, whether you're eating or drinking or sleeping or going or coming or whatever. If you can communicate what that verb is, then you can say a lot. So we're going to start with the foundation of the verb conjugations. And I want to say too first before we begin, English is so different in terms of conjugating verbs. Let's take an example, the verb to read, okay? If you want to conjugate it, it doesn't change forms that much. Like you would say, I read, you read, he or she reads, you add an S, we read, you all read, they read. The only difference is the he, she form, you add an S. In Italian, it's very different. So each of those six different forms, you're going to have a different ending on the verb. So you have to memorize a formula. And so that's what we're going to do today. But I'm not going to teach you the entire 6 conjugations. We're just going to do 3 of the different conjugations of verbs. We're going to start with the foundation, which are the subject pronouns. Okay, so let's start here. These are my drawings. Yes, beautiful stick drawings. So thank you. First one, pointing to yourself, okay, is io. Io. Bene. Il prossimo, the next one. Oop, there we go. Pointing to one person, so you're talking to one person in an informal way. Tu. Tu. Ripetete. Go ahead and repeat. Tu. Bene. Good. We've talked a little bit about formal in some of these videos. There's a difference in Italian in using the formal form and the informal form. So tu is informal. If you talk to somebody that you know, that you're acquainted with, you say tu, meaning you. If you talk to somebody that you don't know, that you're not good friends with, that you're meeting on the street, you're meeting in a shop, you are going to use a formal form of the verb. So the picture that I drew here is this person. It could be a man or a woman. It doesn't matter. So in the picture, you can't tell whether it's a man or a woman because, like I said, it doesn't matter. Whether it's a girl or a guy, if you're talking to someone in the formal form, the subject pronoun is lei. Lei. Ripetete. Bravi. Lei. Okay, that's you, formal, you. Okay, and now we're going to do he and she. And mind you, these drawings are gender specific. So the first one, just, not that all girls have to wear dresses or have long hair, but it's easy in the drawing to depict, oh, you can look at that, it's a girl, right? Okay? It's actually the same word for the formal you, lei. But if you see it written, it's written with a lowercase l. Lei. It's pronounced the same. That's she. And the word for he, again, very gender specific drawings in terms of like stereotypes of gender. And I wear baseball hats, I play baseball, I wear shorts. It's just so you can remember this is for he, this is for she. The word for he is lui. Ripetete, lui. Molto bene. Good job. Andiamo avanti. It's hard to fit it in this little slot here. Okay. Now you're standing in the middle, so you can see you're pointing at yourself, but you're surrounded by people, so that would be we. So the pronoun is noi. Noi, we. Bene. There are 2 more. And these 2 are confused the most out of all of the pronouns, I think. So we're going to put them up here side by side and see if you can. Like I said earlier, I'm not the best drawer, and hopefully, you know, it could make sense to you. But this first one is you all, you plural, because you're talking, you're pointing, you're talking to a group of people. You all is voi. Rivedete? Voi bravi. Okay? The other one is these people, they're over there. You're talking about them. Okay? So it's they. Loro. Rivedete di nuovo. Again, voi, you all, loro, they. Okay? Okay. So, andiamo avanti. We're going to keep moving on, and now we're going to look at some verbs. So, in Italian, there are 3 regular verb groups. There are verbs that end in are, there are verbs that end in ere, and there are verbs that end in ire. And if you memorize a certain formula, whenever you see any of these verbs that fit into these groups, you'll know how to conjugate it. So the tricky thing is that there are also a lot of irregular verbs in Italian. And so just because a verb ends in are, it doesn't mean that it fits into the regular group set. For example, the verb andare is the verb to go. It ends in are, but it's irregular, so it doesn't follow this conjugation. The verb essere is the verb to be. It's irregular. It doesn't follow the formula that I'm going to show you here. These are all very popular verbs. The verb venire, the verb to come, is irregular too, so you have to memorize the specific conjugations. So just to let you know that. But I'm going to show you 3 different verbs today, and I'm going to show you verbs that are going to be applicable to your travels in each of these verb sets. And then I'm going to show you 3 conjugations of the verb that are the same actually for each verb set. Are, ere, ire, the conjugations are identical. So the first verb form we're going to look at is from the are group. It's the verb arrivare. What does it look like? Somewhat of a cognate. It's the verb to arrive. Okay? Did you get that? Arrivare. Okay? So when you conjugate a verb, this is what you do. You take the are end and you get rid of it. So we're going to take that and it's gone. So we're left with arrive. Okay? And so just for today, like I said, I'm going to show you 3 conjugations that are the same for all 3 of these verb sets. And they are the io conjugation, the tu conjugation, and the noi conjugation. So what does io mean? Who remembers? I. Bene. Tu, you singular. Noi, we. Good. Okay, so anytime you have any of these 3 regular verbs and you have an io conjugation, so you want to say I do something, the ending is going to be an o. Arrivo. And you don't have to use any of these subject pronouns when you say the verb conjugation, because when you say arrivo, you're saying I arrive. You're actually saying 3 different things, or could be saying 3 different things. You could be saying I arrive, I am arriving, or I do arrive. So it's a lot more broad than in English, and it's like this for each of the conjugations. So io would be used for emphasis. Like, she's coming, well, io arrivo, I say I'm arriving at 6. Okay, so add the o, that's it. For the tu conjugation, you take the root, arrive, and instead of adding an o, you add an I. Arrivi, rivedete, you arrive, you are arriving, arrivi. The noi conjugation, arriviamo, arriviamo. Let's repeat all of these. And we're going to repeat it using the subject pronoun just so we get familiar until we memorize what the subject pronouns are. You can use them in front of the verbs. Io arrivo. Tu arrivi. Noi arriviamo. Molto bene. And just as a little aside here, if you use the noi form, it can also mean a let's do something. If you say arriviamo, let's arrive. So that could be the translation that you're wanting to use, okay? Va bene. So we're going to keep these three subject pronouns here. And now we're going to look at a verb that ends in ere. The verb prendere. Prendere is the verb to take. To take. But you can also use it in a restaurant or a cafe or anytime you're ordering food. So if you wanna order a pizza, you don't have to say, I will order. You can just say, I'll take. Prendo una pizza. Okay? So it does the exact same thing that the verb in the are ending does. So we get rid of the end, ere end. Okay? Gone. And we're left with prend. And now we're going to plug in that formulaic ending, which we just saw, which is the exact same for the verb arrivare. So see if you can guess how to say, I take, I am taking, I do take. Give it a shot. Do you get it? Prendo. Molto bene. Bravi. Good job. Prendo. You take. Prendi. And we take, we are taking, or let's take a cappuccino. Prendiamo un cappuccino. Prendiamo. One more time. Io prendo, tu prendi, noi prendiamo. Okay, andiamo avanti. One last verb. So we're going to look at a verb that ends in ire. And a good verb to use while traveling is the verb partire, which means to depart. But it means to depart from a city. It doesn't mean to depart from your house to go to the store. That you would use the verb to go there. So this is if you're in Milan and you're going to Venice. Okay, you would say parto. Okay, so I also want to mention the verbs that end in ire are conjugated in two different ways. There's a subcategory of ire verbs, which I'll get to in another video. So this is one of the ire verbs, the regular ire verbs, and it's conjugated just like the other two that we just saw for these three subject pronouns. Okay, so the first thing we know we're going to do is get rid of the ending, okay, gone, and then we're left with part. And now we're going to put that formulaic ending just like we did with the other two verbs. So to say I depart or I am departing, come si dice? Bravi. Parto. Tu, you, singular. Parti. Not party, like the word festa, party, okay, in English. Parti. Okay, and the last one, we are departing, let's depart, okay? Partiamo, partiamo, let's depart, or we are departing. One more time. Io parto, tu parti, noi partiamo. Che bravi, good job. One last little quiz. I'll use another verb. I'm going to plug in an ending and you tell me which form it is, okay? So if I said guardiamo, it's from the verb guardare, to watch. If I said guardiamo, what's the subject that we're talking about? Is it io, tu, or noi? Noi, si, that means we. We are watching, okay? If I said apro, from the verb aprire, to open. What subject are we talking about? Io. Sì, io apro. I'm opening. And if I said scrivi, scrivi, who is the subject? It's tu, you. This is an ire verb, guardare. This is an ire verb, aprire, and this is an ere verb, scrivere in the infinitive form. So keep studying your verbs, and you can find a whole list of verbs that are conjugated like these 3 that we did today in the regular way. And like I said, it'll help you. You can say a lot more things now with the conjugation of verbs. So, grazie. Thank you for tuning in today. A presto. Ciao.